Hello and welcome to Akivato Reviews. Today let's take a look at the 2014 Toyota Mark X. This is one saloon that is really loved by Kenyans. It has a sporty characteristic to it. Unfortunately, the production of this car was stopped in December 2019. This car competes against the likes of the Mazda Atenza, BMW 3 Series, Subaru Legacy, Nissan Skyline, and Mercedes C-Class. A 2014 model costs between 1.5 to around 2 million shillings depending on the mileage, condition and trim level. In terms of the engine options, there are two, a 2.5 litre V6 or a 3.5 litre V6. Both engines come paired to a 6-speed automatic, and you can also get variants that are all-wheel drive. Expect between 8 to around 12 km per litre in the 2.5 litre, while the 3.5 litre can give between 7 to around 10 km per litre depending on how heavy the traffic is, as well as how you drive. The fuel tank is 71 liters. As for the service costs, it will cost an average of about 14,000 shillings to perform the minor service after every 5,000 kilometers, while for the major service it will cost about 25,000 shillings on average after 10,000 kilometers. If you use synthetic oil, you may spend slightly more, but your service intervals will now be longer. This car gets disc brakes both at the front and back, but the front ones are ventilated. The cab weight ranges between 1510 to around 1570 kilograms, so it's quite a heavy vehicle. The ground clearance is about 155 millimeters, which is low, and this will be a problem not just when going over bumps but also when driving on uneven road surfaces. This is one of the weaknesses of this vehicle. Lastly, some of the extra features you can get in this car include a sunroof, leather interior, alloy wheels, fog lights, electronically adjustable steering column, electric seats, keyless entry and go, navigation with reversing camera, wood trim, 7 airbags and cruise control. So in terms of the features, it offers quite a lot. Let's now take a look at the interior of this car. So this car gets a black interior with a bit of yellow stitching to make it look more sporty. There's a bit of storage, a cup holder and a speaker on the door card. All the windows are automatic up and down. The seats get electric adjustments. And in terms of the seat materials, it's two-tone. There's a bit of simulated leather and also fabric, but they are very comfortable. The steering wheel is leather wrapped, and on the left side you get audio controls, and on the right side there are blank buttons, but on upper trim levels you also get controls on the right side. This one gets a cruise control, keyless entry and push button start. Compared to the pre-facelift model, the interior looks very similar. There's almost no difference. There's an infotainment screen that also displays the backup camera, dual zone automatic climate control, a bit of storage where you can put your wallet, maybe a phone. You also get a traction control button, sports mode and an eco mode. Beside that, you get two cup holders. On upper trim levels, you get wood finish, which makes the interior look quite premium. The parking brake is foot operated, so to engage it you press once, to disengage you press it once again. To adjust the steering column, you locate this lever, then you can be able to adjust it up and down as well as inside and outwards. Combined with the electric seat, it's quite easy to get a comfortable driving position. So once you are done, just lock it. The glove box is decently sized, but it does not get a locking mechanism as well as a light. The rear view mirror is manually dimming, but in upper trim levels you can get an automatic rear view mirror. There is a light and a mirror on the sun visors, even on the passenger side. A sunglass compartment, reading lights, and you also get these two LED lights which illuminate on the cup holders and gear lever, and at night it looks quite nice. There's also a grab handle on the passenger side, but on the driver's side you don't get a grab handle. This car gets 7 airbags, There are airbags on the A pillars, E pillars and C pillars, so it's quite a safe vehicle. On the center console, the storage space is quite good. There's this tray and a 12-volt power outlet, so you can charge your phone there, and it's also adjustable. So this is quite a comfortable interior. So now let's take a look at the back seats. The windows are tinted for that added privacy. No storage on the door cards, but you do get a bottle holder. Once you get in, the legroom is adequate, but taller people will find it a bit cramped. There are AC vents and storage pockets behind the two front seats. It's very comfortable back here. There's a reading lamp. Generally, in terms of comfort, it's quite pleasant. You get airbags even on the C pillars, as I mentioned earlier, and grab handles on either side. The headrests are also adjustable. On a long journey, two people can sit here very comfortably. There's also this armrest with the two cup holders for that added comfort and convenience. On a long journey, three people will be uncomfortable at the back due to this transmission tunnel, which is quite big. So only for short journeys, a third person can sit at the center, but on long journeys, the third person will be quite uncomfortable. This is a car that is just ideal for 4 passengers. So there you have it. This is one car that doesn't need such an in-depth review because so much about it is already known. It has enjoyed huge success in the Kenyan market due to its performance. It's very reliable and very stable at high speeds. So now, what are its weaknesses? The first one is its weight. It's quite heavy even compared to its competitors, and you will definitely feel that weight when braking, especially if you are moving at a high speed. You will have to start braking early. Secondly, being a V6, as expected, its fuel consumption is not that good. But again, if you are buying a V6, fuel consumption should not be such a big concern. Another weakness is its ground clearance. It has a very low ground clearance, so the underside of the car will get damaged when going over some bumps. It's not so advisable to modify the clearance because it will affect the handling of the car. So maybe the best thing to do is just to avoid roads that have deep potholes and severe bumps. Lastly, the other disadvantage is one that is inherent to most V6 engines. Working on these V6 engines is more challenging and expensive compared to 4-cylinder engines. When you look at the engine bay of this Mark X, it appears to be totally filled up. There is very little space to work in. So if something goes wrong with that engine, it will be quite challenging because being that engine is big, it occupies all the space, such that even doing the repairs becomes difficult and more expensive compared to a 4-cylinder engine. Aside from that, these cars are actually very reliable and they drive well. They are quite responsive. When you look at the price, it's not badly priced compared to something like a Premio. In fact, a Mark X is now even more affordable than a Premio, yet the Mark X offers more features and performs way better than a Premio. Yes, they are not in the same class, but in terms of pricing, it's easy to see just how the Premio is overpriced. So why would one go for this car instead of its German competitors such as the Mercedes-Benz C-Class and BMW 3 Series? The main reason is reliability and resale value. This Mark X is more reliable and also has a better resale value than those competitors. When you introduce a Mazda Atenza, it becomes more difficult to make a decision because the Atenza is also a very good contender. It's very reliable, it looks good and is more fuel efficient, being that it has a 4-cylinder engine. In terms of the performance, it's quite good. So do let me know which one you would prefer between these two cars. I hope this has been helpful. Thanks a lot for watching. Please consider subscribing to the channel for more informative content on cars. You can also use the details in the description box to support the production of this content by donating. The support will be much appreciated. That's it for this episode. If you have any inquiries, feel free to reach me via WhatsApp or email. Stay safe. See you in the next video.